Esteemed women that are here, yourself, Barbara Lee, and Rosa DeLauro, a person of great justice and passion, and represents truth and righteousness and tries to do the right thing, and fights for those who need a voice to fight for them. And I appreciate you, Rosa, for being here and everything that you do. Barbara Lee, you know, I've said it before, just a tremendous patriot, a wonderful person, a heart of gold, but a fist of steel when it comes to what she believes in. And I deeply respect and honor both of those women. And today I had the opportunity on the at the Judiciary Committee meeting where we were engaged in the war on women, another abortion bill, and I happened to notice that on the other side of the aisle, Mr. Speaker, there were no women on the panel. And in fact, I discovered to my horror that there are no women on the Judiciary Committee, period. And here we are in the year 2013. So on this side of the aisle, we've got some great women like Rosa DeLauro, Barbara Lee from California, and so many others. Nancy Pelosi, Debbie Wasserman Schultz. I can just name them for forever. And I just appreciate being able to serve with them. But I tell you, I'm not always out doing a lot of shopping, but I had to go shopping today because I decided to take what we call the food stamp challenge. It mandates that we go out and we spend no more than $31.50 for 1 week's worth of food. And so what I did, I'm just coming back from the local Safeway. Maybe I shouldn't give that name out because I might have got a better deal at Publix, I don't know, but I went to Safeway, and here is my bill. It is for $29.76. And so I went through the supermarket trying to find a week's worth of food in that can get me through. And so, you know, y'all pardon me for my choice of food, but I had to go back to my standard Quaker Oats oatmeal, trying to be healthy. And I've got, so I can use this for breakfast or for dinner, but I got these for breakfast, my home-style waffles. They already have butter in them, so I didn't have to buy the butter. I did have to come up with some sugar-free, of course, sugar-free syrup. Got that. I was pleased to find Oscar Mayer bacon on sale. 2 for $5 and I think it was 99 cents. So I got these 2 Oscar Mayer bacons. I didn't mean to get the maple, I meant to get the regular. But anyway, that was, boom, it was $6. I bought some milk, and I did splurge on some tea. I'm sorry. I splurged on some tea, but I did get some hot dogs and topped it off with some ramen noodles. I used to eat those a lot when I was in college too. So 6 of those in there, 10 of these in here, and then to splurge also, I bought some bananas, and so that all ended up costing $29.76. I actually had an overring because I bought 2 heads of broccoli. We call those heads of broccoli, but 2 things of broccoli. I bought those. Those ran me over. And so I had to go through the indignity of standing there while the cashier called for an overring, and they had to come over there and fix that and redo the whole thing, and people in line behind me and everything, and you know, people trying to get in and out of the store. They would have looked at me even more funny if I had food stamps to make the purchase, and they would wonder why was I eating Oscar Mayer bacon, or but this is what I'm going to be eating for the next 7 days, starting tomorrow. It's going to be a challenge. I certainly will not be eating 3 meals a day. I will eat in the morning, and then I will eat in the evening. And so between this meat, these starches, that fruit, and this is a starch here with no greens. And I think they had greens at the Safeway, but there are some places, they call them food deserts, in the central cities where there is no supermarket. So there are no fresh fruits, even if I had had the money to buy them. But nonetheless, this is not the most healthiest of diets, but it will keep the hunger pangs away, I believe, for a week. And if I were a child living on this and going to school every day, I'm not sure how angry or depressed or how really ready to learn I would be. This is reality. And so I'm looking forward to participating in this. I understand you've done it now for a number of years, Barbara, and this will be my first year. And I can't say that I've been looking forward to it, but I have been getting ready for it. And so with that, I will yield back.
Okay, let me just first thank the gentleman for that very powerful statement, and also sharing with us what you were able to purchase. And also, much of what you purchased has high sodium content. As you said, very few fresh fruit and vegetables. But what is just so tragic is that as members of Congress, we don't live on this budget each and every day. There's an end in sight for us. But for millions of Americans, there is no end in sight. This is their existence. And so what we're trying to do is make sure that that is no more, and that people have the right to eat healthy, nutritious foods without worrying about health consequences, without worrying about now the $20 billion, which will cut substantially their ability to buy even the kinds of foods that are unhealthy. So thank you very much for being here with us. Let me now yield to the gentleman from Massachusetts who serves on the Ag Committee, chairs our Hunger Caucus, and has been a tremendous, consistent champion on behalf of those who are hungry, not only here but throughout the world, but also fights for food security. And I just want to thank him for being with us tonight, and thank you for your leadership. Congressman McGovern has also taken the food stamp challenge many, many, many times and has really helped organize all of us here to be very focused on what is the real deal as it relates to the least of these. Thank you again.
Well, thank you. I want to thank my distinguished colleague from California for organizing this and for her leadership on this and so many other issues aimed at trying to eliminate poverty in this country. And I want to thank all my colleagues who have already spoken on this issue. But I want to come to the floor just to remind people that hunger is a real problem in the United States of America. We have close to 50 million of our fellow citizens who are hungry. 17 million are kids. We're the richest, most prosperous nation in the world, and we have close to 50 million people in this country who are hungry. I'm ashamed of that fact. We all should be ashamed of that fact. And what is particularly maddening about this issue is that it is solvable. This is a solvable problem. Hunger is a political condition. We have the food, we have the resources, we have the infrastructure, we have everything but the political will to end it. And hunger is a problem that costs us dearly. You know, people say to me, "Oh, we can't spend any more money. We have a tough budget situation." I remind them we can't afford not to. The cost of hunger in this country is astronomical. We pay an incredible amount in terms of avoidable healthcare costs. People who don't eat on a regular basis, their immune systems are compromised. They end up spending more time in a hospital. Senior citizens who can't afford their prescription drugs and their food, take their prescription drugs on an empty stomach, end up in hospitals. There's a cost to that. There's a human cost, and there's a financial cost to it. Children who are hungry, who go to school, don't learn. Workers who are hungry, who go to work, lack in productivity. I mean, we pay for this. We pay for this, and it is solvable. It is solvable. Now, I have come to this floor every week for the last 13 weeks with this sign, End Hunger Now. And I have given a speech every week about what we need to do to end hunger, a different perspective on hunger. I have tried to raise awareness on this issue because there is not a single community in the United States of America, not a single congressional district that is hunger-free. And one of the tools that we have to combat hunger is the SNAP program. It is not the answer to everything. It is not a perfect program, but it is one of the tools that we utilize to help alleviate hunger in this country.